4:07, you're watching the Monday edition of Morning News Today on this 1st of July 2013. Now, this month is also a critical time of the year for matriculants. There's two important exams to prepare for, and there's the added stress of applying for further studies next year. The Independent Institute of Education is encouraging pupils who have not yet chosen a field of study to do so as soon as possible. It says the stress and exam workload later in the year may contribute towards settling for a second-best choice in an institution or, of course, a program of study. Well, to tell us more about this is the Independent Institute of Education's Natasha Madav. Natasha, good morning. Thank you very much for coming in this morning. Yeah, it is a very tough time, but as I was preparing for this interview, I was thinking, you know, having gone through this 4 times, I've got 4 children, 4 times with my 4 kids in the past, is that it's never easy, really, for somebody who might be 17 years old or 18 to make up their mind what they want to study in the tertiary level.
So look, what is important now is access to the internet, so you can do lots of research and check out the various institutions before you actually plan on visiting. So you have to have in mind something that it is you want to study. And of course you'll have guidance from your parents, your school teachers, career counselors. Once you establish what it is you want, start doing research. And when you identify an institution that you really want to pursue studying at, then you start making the calls and do the visits.
Yeah, because currently, as you correctly said in your press statement, it's a bit late. It's too sort of little late, but you can still do something about it. I mean, my personal experience was that from grade 10, I was bothering my kids to say, what do you love to do as you grow up? What is it that you want to do, you know, as early as that? But some people don't have that luxury or the time, or they don't think about it now. So if now you're waking up now, you haven't made a decision, what should you do?
Look, I never say it's too late, but some institutions may already have a backlog of applications, so then you are in trouble. But look at your options. It's very important also to speak to career counselors at school. And like I say, do research, make those calls. You've got this time in the July holidays to visit campuses. There are many campuses that would be open. So and when you start visiting the campuses and chatting to the career counselors, you'll get a better idea of exactly what it is you want to do, what the campuses are offering.
What kind of questions should you be asking?
Well, look, if want to study engineering, for example, I need to know the different types of streams that they're going to be, what are my possible job opportunities, how they assist with the job opportunities.
See, when you mention job opportunities, I'm thinking, Natasha, we say our education system today is not preparing our young ones for the future of work. Should you be considering that in 2019 as a young person to say, well, am I going to go to an institution that has a link to the real world that will assist me to be absorbed in the labor market?
So there are many institutions that do work integrated learning, for example. That helps you. That's a step into the job market. There are also campuses or institutions that provide career counseling, that have links with industry. So you've got to do that research. You've got to ask the career counselors, what happens to me after I graduate? Are you going to help me, hold my hand? Even something as interview skills or helping me with my CV shows that that institution is willing to assist the students post the qualification. I mean, you can even ask for reports of what has happened to the graduates, because then you know, okay, at least this institution is in the right direction.
So you could also talk to your peers, I mean, some other people who've been through that institution or who've studied that area that is you are interested in post-matric.
Absolutely, yes.
Now, you said it's July, it's not too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late this time because of the stresses and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, by the time you write your exam, you should have decided exactly where to next.
Look, now is the critical time, because come exam time, you can't be running to institutions because you need to focus. I mean, the workload is immense. So you've got to also start preparing yourself now with the workload. But if you can find the institution that you feel that is going to assist you next year, this is the time. And you've got the holiday time to be visiting and making telephone calls and doing the necessary research.
So no rest for you during this holiday?
Unfortunately
you need to make it work for you in a positive way. The role of parents at this critical time?
Look, parents need to be easy. They need to be understanding. They also need to allow students to have some playtime. But really, during the July holidays, there has to be lots of study time. So the support of the parents is extremely important. And even driving your son or daughter around to visit these various campuses, you've got to make the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beyond, you said, using the internet and checking out what's out there and talking to people and going to visit, is there anything else practically that a student can be doing now to finalize their decision about what's next for them after matric?
Look, they've got to follow their passions. So say, for example, now I really want to do veterinary science, and the only institutions in Pretoria, I've got to, think about how I'm going to fulfill this passion. I might not want to be at an institution that's close by, so I've got to look at the bigger picture. How am I going to afford it? So there's lots to think, but chatting with parents and counsellors is key. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Natasha Madav. She's from the Independent Institute of Education. Some very good advice there.